Before you begin, ensure your slingshot is parked on level ground, the ignition is off, your parking brake is engaged, the wheels are straight, and your steering wheel is centered. Take a large Allen key and slide it into the opening under your stock steering wheel like so. As you push the Allen key in, it depresses the spring lever inside. Once the spring releases, lift the bottom of the horn pad out and up. Then lift up and out on the top of the pad, disengaging the tabs that hook in from behind the wheel casting. Please note there is a wire connected to the horn pad, so don't pull it away completely yet. Unplug the wire lead from the back of the horn pad, then remove the horn pad and set it aside. Using needle nose pliers, unplug the 3 connectors from the clock spring, being careful not to damage the housing. Using a breaker bar and a 15/16 socket, break loose the steering wheel nut. Counter-hold the steering wheel if necessary. Once loosened, grab your steering wheel puller tool and insert both of the bolts on either side, making sure they have full thread engagement and are tightened evenly so the plate sits flat and centered. Then add the forcing screw finger tight to start. Then tighten it a little at a time with a 15/16 socket. If the wheel is really stuck, it'll usually pop free suddenly. Once free, back off the forcing screw, remove the puller, then finish removing the nut, and lift the wheel off. If the guide pin covers come off when you remove the wheel, slide the covers back onto the guide pins on the clock spring like so. If your Slingshot features an auto-drive transmission with paddle shifters, locate these 4 screws and remove them with a T20 Torx wrench. Then turn the wheel over and unplug the connectors going to each paddle assembly before removing the rear steering wheel cover. On a standard steering wheel, carefully pull off the rear steering cover like so. It's held in place by these 6 tabs. On the back side of the factory wheel, you'll find 6 screws securing the 2 plastic switch assemblies. Using a T20 Torx driver, remove those screws then flip over your steering wheel. Using a small pry tool, carefully release the factory wire harness from the 2 clips in the steering wheel casting. Then remove this screw holding the horn wiring with a T20 Torx wrench. Carefully remove both the left and right switch assemblies and the horn harness from your stock wheel. Grab your NRG steering wheel and reinstall the factory horn wire using the T20 Torx screw. Reinstall the switch assemblies onto the NRG steering wheel and reattach the wiring harness by clipping it back in. Then grab a shop towel to protect the front of your new wheel and flip it over and reuse the factory hardware along with a T20 Torx wrench to attach both plastic switch assemblies, being careful not to over-tighten. For the auto-drive transmission with paddle shifters application, you'll first reinstall the rear steering wheel cover. Then reinstall each shifter by sliding the wiring harnesses to the front of the wheel. Then use the factory hardware to reattach them with a T20 Torx wrench. Once installed, be sure to connect the corresponding connector to each of the two paddle shifters. And on the standard steering wheel, simply reinstall the rear wheel cover, making sure all 6 plastic clips latch into place. Before installing the new steering wheel, ensure the arrow on the plastic clock spring is pointing straight up in the 12 o'clock position. Also verify that the master tooth on the steering column splines is facing the 9 o'clock position. Next, locate the master keyway inside the center hole of your new NRG steering wheel. Carefully align that keyway with the master tooth on the column and slide the wheel into place until it's fully seated. As you seat the wheel, it's important to ensure the 2 guide pins on the clock spring insert smoothly into the corresponding holes on the steering wheel. Then add the factory steering wheel nut finger tight to start. Then grab a torque wrench and a 15/16" socket and tighten it down to the manufacturer's recommended torque spec. Once properly torqued, you can reinstall the factory switch assembly plugs into the corresponding connectors on the clock spring, as well as the horn connector. Then, slide the spade connector onto the terminal on the back side of the horn assembly, ensuring that it's fully seated. When reconnecting the horn assembly to the vehicle, start by attaching the 2 plastic hooks on the top side of the horn, ensuring that they latch onto the 2 upper spring clips like so. Once in place, you can press the bottom side of the horn into place, again making sure that the plastic tab latches onto the lower spring clip. Turn on your ignition and ensure that the horn is functioning properly before your next ride.